So before this video starts off, this is not a video that I'm going to be making to bash the LGBTQ plus community. Matter of fact, I've got only pure love for them. I love y'all, don't get me wrong. However, I'm going to put a foot on the brake because what I just read a couple of days ago when I was scrolling through Instagram caught my mind and attention. Man, I think y'all can read by the title. I'm confused just as you are confused. Something we grew up in the 2000s, Toy Story, the best ever to exist. My childhood is basically ruined right now, to be quite fair. I don't even know where to start with. First of all, I thought it was a great joke first. I thought people were kidding, like, what? Potato? What? What are y'all on about? It's an actual thing right now. And apparently Hasbro has adapted to gender neutral. Sorry, man. I just can't take this serious. I just can't. I'm sorry, man. Gender neutral potatoes. Yes, you hear me correctly. Gender neutral potatoes. Hey, man, I'ma just keep it real. I'm lost for words. I don't know why I exist in this time perk. I don't get it. But can I just be grateful I didn't grow up in this generation as a snowflake? Like, my genuine concern is, what goes through someone's mind to think, hey, wait a minute. This ain't nice. Y'all can't be having a Mr. and Mrs. Potato. That ain't friendly, man. All jokes aside, I don't get it, man, nowadays. When there's a couple of people in society that do these kind of things, why does it have to be that we've got to adapt to it? I don't get it. Well, we don't have to, but why do companies choose to adapt to it? Well, to be quite fair, marketing and money, you want to keep your customers. That makes a lot of sense. So I don't blame Hasbro for adapting. I personally think it's quite ridiculous. I mean, no offense, I love y'all people, don't get me wrong, but you've got to be honest with yourself. This is getting out of line. This is just ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, this is crazy, man. Y'all really just getting mad at a toy? A potato? What? I grew up with this. No one cared back in the days. Man, no one even bothered. We were just looking at the movie like, oh, this is awesome. No one cared about Mr. or Mrs. Potato. Matter of fact, they are both legend. They were the best in the movie, to be quite fair. The humor were amazing, but regardless, this has gone viral all over the internet, and I am just surprised and mind blown because how sad it actually is nowadays. Explained why Mr. was dropped from Mr. Potato Head Toys, and they actually are adapting to it, believe it or not, man. So why is the company rebranding? News reports suggest the company is changing the name in an attempt to give the brand a gender-neutral makeover. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, man. In a press release, the company said it is officially renaming the line of toys sold under the brand Mr. Potato Head to better reflect the food line. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. While some have welcomed the decision, others have criticized the company, saying the move gives more fodder to the conservatives to mock LGBTQ. Y'all forgot something. Plus, people. How do you forget that, man? Come on. Look, like I said, I'm all for it, man, but these kind of things are just out of bind. We're really talking about a goddamn toy, man. We're talking about a potato. It's just a potato toy. It's nothing else. Why are people getting stressed about these kind of things when there are more important things in life going on? I don't get it. But then you go to Transform magazine 18 hours ago. Mr. Potato Head launches gender-neutral rebrand. Hasbro has officially renamed its world-renowned toy Mr. Potato Head, one of the main characters in Pixar animation Toy Story, to Potato Head in an attempt to be more inclusive and gender-neutral. Yeah, I know, I'm confused. Like I said, this is this. See there? New and old. I don't get it as well, but that's, I guess, well, they have no choice but to adapt if they want to remain relevant and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm quite aware that companies do these things to attract and stay neutral, and I don't blame them, to be quite fair, but somewhere in the company people have to be thinking like, what is wrong with society nowadays? They can't just accept it as a Mrs. and Mr. Look, I've got no clue how this all works, but why would it be offensive or not normal? Well, why is it offensive to have Mr. and Mrs.? I don't get it. You've got a Mr. and Mrs., right? I'm just confused. Maybe I'm not educated enough on the subject enough. It could be true. But I don't get what could be potentially offensive of having a Mr. Potato and Mrs. Potato. You've got both they are garden potatoes. They can't be alive, but in the movie they are. The one gender is male and the other gender is female, right? I'm not going to go in argument with there are more than two genders, alright? We're not getting into that. I'm just very surprised, actually, man. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen the comments on Instagram, people going absolutely berserk. They're like, man, come on, this is ridiculous now. Really? A toy? A potato? Now, at first when I read this, I thought it was quite funny, like, what? But it's actually a little bit sad. It is. To kind of think that your, childhood is basically just flushed away down the toilet because of, I'm gonna guess, a couple of people in the community. It doesn't even have to be the LGBTQ plus community that done this. It could just be some people trolling, but regardless of who were trolling or not, it worked, which is kind of, it's scary to be quite fair. How easy a company can be influenced to change or adjust a product for desires of people, which kind of makes sense, don't get me wrong, but it's really scary how easy a company does those kind of things. I mean, it's crazy, man. The possibilities to create your own families are endless with mixing and mashing all the parts and pieces, says Hasbro. The rebrand has sparked a big controversy on Twitter, with more conservative accusing the brand of a bad PR stunt to be more woke. Mrs. Potato Head has also been... Oh god, we can't say that. Has also been laid off. She will be replaced by a... What? Can of Pringles? What? No way. What? A can of Pringles? It actually says it. Liberals, on the other hand, congratulate the brand on becoming more inclusive and keeping up with the times. This ain't new. This ain't cancel culture. This is business recognizing the evolution of a marketplace and appealing to a wider audience. Look, I ain't coming into no politician stuff. I don't know anything about conservative and liberal, but I'm just going to keep my personal opinion. It's weird. Alright, I'm sorry. I think majority of people can agree with me that this is just weird. Because of the fact that how easy a company gets basically kind of forced to do these kind of things. I think it's weird, man. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep it honest. I love my LGBTQ plus viewers. I love y'all. I swear to God, I love y'all, man. But even you've got to be honest with me. This is crazy. Like, it's crazy, dude. How easy companies influenced and pushed to the side to do these kind of things. I mean, I don't blame them, to be quite fair, like I said in the video, but wow. It's definitely, it's strange. It really is kind of strange, man. How this apparently is not, I guess it's offensive in a way. And then this is, I mean, I don't see the goddamn difference. They look the same. What is going on? Is it really because of the name only? Yeah, there's nothing else added to it. It's just the name. But how, like I said, how can it be offensive if you've got Mrs. and Mr.? I don't get it. I really don't know. Well, then I'm a giraffe, I suppose. I don't know, man. Wow. It really is crazy, though. Because I know if people would do these things back in my times, people would laugh at you like, man, get out of here. Because I know this for a fact. You do these kind of things in the 90s, 2000s, people wouldn't take it serious. But the crazy thing is, back in those times, it wasn't actually as big and kind of like spoken as now, you know. Because now you've got like communities and stuff. You had them in the back. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as massively influenced as now, you know. But in my opinion, I think it's a little bit odd. That's just kind of my thing. I don't get how a person or a group can feel pressured or offended by something like this. I don't get it, man. Maybe I'm not in your position. Like, that's true. I'm not in your position, so I have no clue what it feels like. But even if I was in a position, I wouldn't really care about a goddamn potato toy. What? But it's okay. It's cool, I suppose. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of negative on how I talk about it. I just think it's crazy that people have got the time in their world to be pressured about these kind of small little kid toys. They're kid toys. Like a kid cares if it's a Mr. or Mrs. A kid just looks at it as a toy, you know? Can you imagine kids nowadays are growing up with these kind of things, getting influenced because of these kind of things? We grew up back in the days with Toy Story. Everything was crazy, you know, you all had jokes in there. People could laugh about the stuff. And back in the days, people would joke about it. You know, a lot of people thought it was cool, things back in the days. But as I've said, times come, time adjust. And like I said, I'm all for it, man, the communities. I support y'all, you have my support. But when it comes to these kind of things, I have to go and be honest and say, going too far. This is going a little bit too far. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same when I posted something about 2 years ago on my Instagram. I actually didn't think people would go and look at it as an attack, but I had posted on my Instagram the night I was very tired. I had red blue eyes. I identify as a airplane. I thought it was very cool because it was just a joke. I mean, who in God's name would identify as an actual airplane, right? Apparently some people do, and a lot of people got offended by it, but I didn't know, because I don't think like that, man. You know, we can have a massive argument saying, yeah, but there are more genders. That's your opinion, but nature doesn't say it like that, man. You got the one and the one. That's kind of it, man. You don't have more, but you can say what you think. Yes, you definitely have the right to say what you think, but people like me are just going to be very honest and upfront, say, you're wrong, though. There aren't more than two. You got one and two, man. You're a guy or you're a female. And this isn't me being disrespectful, but it's just how it works. You're male or female. And yes, I'm quite aware of the fact you can have a change. That's cool. That's your own choice. And if you identify as someone born as a guy, but you identify as a female, hey, that is cool. You do your thing. I've got nothing against it. I've got only love for you. But you've got to realize not everyone is going to accept another person as they are later. I have got no issue with someone being this and that. I think it's cool. Hey, I'm all for it. But you've got to realize and be very careful with what you say, though, because not everyone in society agrees or accepts it. A lot of these things as well. Not everyone's going to accept it. I mean, yes, I've accepted it now that it's changed, but I just disagree with it because I think it's completely nonsense, to be quite fair. It's a goddamn potato toy. What in God's name are we stressing about nowadays? So, yeah, that's kind of my opinion. I think it's really strange, man. Like, really. I don't get why people are getting so mad about these kind of things. But it's cool, I suppose. I mean, the change is there. I mean, obviously, it's quite a smart move of Hasbro because they've got really no choice but to. Because they'll lose a lot of customers. So I don't blame them, to be quite fair. But looking from my side, it's a bit odd. You know, growing up with this, never caring about it, and then kind of like out of the blue, out of nowhere, you go see these posts. I'm like, whoa, what? Nah, come on. You're going to be joking, right? It's a toy. Because it is a toy at the end. But it's cool. Everyone has their own opinion and is allowed and entitled to it. But so am I. So these kind of things, I have to be honest and just say, this is just getting out of bound, really. This is going too far right now. Can we just enjoy something nowadays without having to be cancelled or be called out because we have an opinion? Just because someone has a different opinion of different opinion than you doesn't mean that they are a bad person. Matter of fact, it's good to have an own opinion. But you've got to accept the fact someone has an opinion. You don't have to agree with it, though, because that's why it's an opinion. You haven't got to agree with anything. But you have to respect that person's opinion regardless. So you've got to respect mine. I'm going to stick with my opinion, like I said. And that's what it is. I'm not going to change how I think about this whole situation, because I just think it's very odd, man. It doesn't add up for me. But like I said, I've got no clue the people that are watching this, that are in that position. I've got no clue what you guys are going through. But then I'm also asking if you can respect my opinion, and I will respect yours regardless of yours. You know, I respect you, you respect me. That's how it's supposed to be. We've got to live in harmony. You know what I mean? Got to live like brothers. You know. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of this. Very surprising, kind of like out of the blue, like I said. Some of you are going to probably hate me for this video. Some of you don't, but that's why we've got a podcast channel. But let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Yeah. Strange, I guess, right? Yeah. I mean, hey, it's what you think of it, I guess. I've got my opinion, like I said, so I hope you respect mine. You don't have to accept it, obviously, but just respect my opinion, because I also respect your opinion. And God, I hope I didn't offend none of my viewers, because it's not my intentions. Alright. And I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much, man, and I'll check you later. Peace out.